Hello and welcome to Dad's Job podcast. This is the only football club. I've fucked this up already. Hello and welcome to Dad's Job podcast. This is the original footballing podcast for dads by dads. This is your host Adam Leatherbarrow, and I'm joined by Rob Callum, Rob Horton, and Callum Horton. Fuck me, I need another beer. How are we getting on, guys? All right.
I'll tell you what. I used to hate this part, but it's the bit I look forward to the most now, just to see if Adam messes up.
Fumbled.
Oh, and is Rob there? Rob's frozen, isn't he?
Rob's just shocked with amaze.
it was that bad. Rob's gone missing. He's been petrified.
It was that bad. His Wi-Fi's gone wonky.
Am I back?
You're back. Guess who's back?
I've had to switch to my 5G because I think too many of us are on the internet and the bandwidth has gone.
That's so much better. Yeah.
Well, I'm on the 5G, so we're using my data. There we are. All right.
You unlimited data.
I don't know what you guys have said, but I'm doing great.
Bob, please tell me you did not miss Adam's introduction.
I heard Adam go, "Oh no, I fucked it."
He basically stumbled all the way through it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Bit like West Ham season.
We'll go on to the next episode of. Let's go for part 2 for those sort of comments, please. Okay, right. So this week, we spoke last week. We spoke about TV pranks, TV prank shows such as Jackass, Balls of Steel, etc. This week, we're going to talk about. Probably, I think this is going to be a good topic to talk about caravan holidays in Britain. I mean, these are a big hit for me. I love caravan holidays. I'm not going to lie. So, guys, tell us about your fondest caravan memories.
Do you want to start, Rob?
Go on, you go.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, so I loved caravan holidays growing up. I thought they were great. I kind of feel like caravan holidays were like the most normal holidays for people where we grew up. So we grew up in East London, all of us pretty much. I know that Adam, you were a little bit down the road, but for the most part, we all grew up in East London. So we didn't. It was a concrete jungle, not necessarily high rise, but it was a concrete jungle. We didn't have a lot of like fields. We didn't have beaches or anything like that. So for the most part, and money was tight for a lot of people in our area. So the most standard holiday would people be like, I'm going down the van. And that's what people would do. They'd go down the van and they'd stay there for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And actually, to be fair to Callum and I, we were quite late to the caravan thing because in fairness to my dad, he wasn't really a caravan person, didn't like going on caravan holidays. But later on, when my grandparents retired, one of the things they did was get a caravan, and the caravan they had was in Chichester, right down south on the coast, in Chichester, and I think it was in a place called East Wittering in Chichester. I feel like that's what it was called. East Wittering Caravan Park. I think it was that. Anyway, it was near Chichester. I think it was called East Wittering, and the beach was really cool. It was a stone beach, but you could find like fossilized shark teeth on it from like however many thousands or millions of years ago. These fossilized shark teeth that were really cool.
East Wittering.
Was that right?
East Wittering, yeah.
Yeah. And in fairness, it was a small. I think actually it was more geared towards sort of older couples. But when Callum and I used to go, and to begin with, our grandparents used to take us separately. It was only when we got older and we could look after ourselves that they sort of started letting us come together. I think separately when we were younger and we still wanted attention all the time and stuff, it was quite hard for them to cope with the both of us. But as we got older and we could do our own thing, they let us come down together. And it was quite a small caravan park, but it had a nice clubhouse and all that type of stuff. But honestly, mate, we'd go out at 9 o'clock. We wouldn't see anyone. Come back for lunch. We'd literally come back for lunch and then come back for dinner. Yeah. And it was just the best. And I used to love it because you kind of romanticize about the things. I mean, romanticize is probably the wrong word, but you get really nostalgic for it because you'd be out all day, and then you come home, and then like one of the things that my grandparents were quite big readers, and I always used to like sit down in the evening, and I would bring books with me, but I would invariably read them. And then so I'd go on their bookshelf and I'd pull books off, and that's where I first read like the James Herriot It Shouldn't Happen to a Vet books, which is what the that TV show is based on. I can't remember what the name of the TV show is, but I think the books were called It Shouldn't Happen to a Vet. And I read those there, and like I just have really vivid memories of being like, this is so cool. And it was also like, I don't know about you, Cal, but it also felt like my first time at being like, so this is what it's like to be in control of your own kind of like day or your own kind of destiny. Like it was like, I suppose, is this what adulthood, getting ready to be like an older person was like, and because we could kind of do whatever we wanted, provided we weren't dicks. And it was awesome. I loved it. Like I genuinely loved it. Like it was just the best. They take us to like, Cal, what was the beach? Bognor Regis.
Yeah.
Like we go there. Oh, it was just the best. So yeah, I love it.
That's where Butlins is, isn't it? Bognor Regis, like the one of the main hubs, isn't it? It's that in Skegness, isn't it? Of Butlins.
Yeah,
But
well, you know what? They took us back. So we went to another caravan holiday. I'll let Callum talk about that one. And we went back for another caravan holiday, and it was quite close by. And so we did this pilgrimage to Bognor Regis, and we played crazy golf on this. We'd go there every year. Like we would make a point of going and playing crazy golf at this, little sort of company right on the beach of Bognor Regis, and it was just the best. It's just like those memories are just like ingrained, aren't they? Because you're like, this was the year that we did that or whatever, and it's just it was the best.
That's weird. I mean, I always remember things like that. I'd say you hit the bank an hour on the head in terms of the get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you don't see your parents until dinner time, like literally evening time. But yeah, I'll touch on that later. But Cal, you go, you land first, honestly, mate.
Yeah, I was just going to emphasise on what we were saying. I'm saying like, we couldn't afford. Like, we didn't go abroad till I was 12. I think you was 14. We couldn't afford to go abroad, and we only did that because of circumstances with Dad and his work that enabled us to have our first holiday. But before that, obviously, we didn't go on holiday. Literally, we didn't go on holiday. And then, as Rob said, when Nan and Granny got the caravan, that's when we would go for a week in the summer each year. And obviously, we started then going down together. But I just want to sort of emphasise on the going out at 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember literally going out, and it would be we'd have a football, we'd have a cricket set, we'd have bowls, and or like a frisbee or something like that, and we'd be playing, but it wouldn't just be like me and Rob playing together. It would be like every child on like because you have like strips, you have like a greenway where people like they drive their cars up and they park their cars outside, but you have this like line of grass down the middle, and then like it would just be like 30 kids split into two teams just playing football, and it'd be almost like playground football, but with kids that you've never met in your life, and you'd come out and they go, "Oh, you're coming to play," or they like when we would get down together, they would be like knocking on our door, going, "Are you coming out today?" And be like, "Yeah, we're coming out to play or whatever." And there'd be like days we do day trips, and I remember like people knocking on our door and be like, "Are you coming out?" "Oh no, we're going down to like as Rob said, Bognor," or we'd go to that like place where they did the waves with the swimming pool. Mate, and they did like the like proper like the wave machine, and they'd be like, "Oh no, we're going out," and they'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing going out? Don't go out! Like we're doing this day, you can have our spare bike, and we're going down the beach or whatever." And I just remember like just nicking everyone else's equipment and whatever was down there, be like, "Oh yeah, it's right, don't worry, it's number 5, just bring it back," and we like nicking their bikes for the day or whatever it would be. But I just remember just everyone mucking in together and like going in and out different people's caravans, and it was like, "Oh yeah, where you been?" "Oh, I've been in number 8s or number what, and it's just like, oh yeah, and someone gave me a snack from here or a drink from, oh can I come and have a drink? And obviously it was like they were kids still. It's not like we just go knocking on random people, well, random people's caravans, but I just remember it just being a free for all. Like all the people that had kids looked after everyone else's kids, and it was just it's almost like a community that's, I'd like to think it's still like that, but that has died, because it was, you'd see them one year and like these kids, and then you'd miss a whole year because you wouldn't go down there. Other than summer, we wouldn't go down there. Other summer, obviously other people would go down with as much as they could, and then as soon as you were back there the year after, and they were like, oh yeah, look, Robin Cow's back or whatever, or Sandy, I can't think of any names, but Sandy or whoever it was. Oh yeah, let's go see if they're here. Oh no, they're coming down next week or whatever it might be. But it was like a year's difference, because remember, there's no social media then either. It's not like you could keep in touch with them. But it was almost, oh yeah, they're back. Like, it's back to being like we've never missed each other. It's fantastic, and that community was just unreal. Another thing I loved about caravans, and our particular caravan, was there was this ice cream parlor up the road, and I promise you, they used to do this Knickerbocker Glory, and like a fruit bowl. That it was like, I don't know how much it costs now. It would probably be, I would assume, 15, 20 quid easy now, easy. It had whole brownies, like like what you'd buy in like a Costa for your cup of coffee, like, and you'd have 5 or 6 of them in there. It was ridiculous, and we'd eat one each, obviously, because we were just like fat kids. But another thing
is that when your mum went to Australia, or?
That's true actually. Another thing I was saying is, as Rob was saying about being young adults, like the last few times that we went together, it was almost like we never saw Nan and Grandad, because we were out so much with our mates, and we didn't end up going anywhere because all we wanted to do was play with our mates. But we used to go to this. One thing that we did love was we used to go to this boot fair.
I remember
Rob,
boot fair. I knew it. I just
Rob like bought like the Nintendo 64. I remember buying my first fishing rod that I never used. That's still in my loft now, and I've never used it. But like we used to go and buy loads of stuff, and it's just like it was so. It was massive. It was so big. But some of the stuff you bought there, like I say, Rob bought his Nintendo 64. I think we bought a PlayStation 1 at one point or something from there as well.
No. We bought the PlayStation 1 down with us, and I can remember in the boot sale, I bought Tekken. Like Tekken.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
he's so good. Like we were playing.
It was just, and Rob was saying, like we've recently gone caravan holidays with our kids. It was actually, I think Bo wasn't even a year old. I'm sure he was 8 months old or something like that. Yeah. And it's something that we spoke to as family, saying that we would like to do. We've always said that we'd like to do it yearly, but we would like to do it as the kids grow up, because it's just fantastic. Like we went to, I don't know where we went recently, but the entertainment in the evening was fantastic. We there was a beach nearby. We went to Bognor Regis for the day, but we were just playing with the kids outside, walking in the countryside, and I just think they're fantastic, and I think it's a way of everyone being together, not for a great deal amount of money, but still being able to have that holiday experience. We've also done abroad holidays, which is amazing, and we're lucky to do that now and be able to have our kids do that. I can't speak more highly of. I just think they are something special. And one of the most nostalgic things I remember is when it rains and that sound on the roof. I think I just love that sound. Like even now, like when you go into conservatories, like you sit in a conservatory and like you hear that. It is. It gives me goosebumps. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite sounds.
Yeah, I love
it. I bet you hear that in your house then, with the roof above your stairs. Then.
Yeah. Do you know what I do? I like sitting in the garage, like obviously with the bifold doors, because the actual weather comes from that side, so the rain hits that window. Sit in there sometimes. Oh, I just love it. best sound. And that reminds me of being at Nan's Caravan, Nan and Granddad's Caravan. Oh, Rob, one more thing. I can't believe you didn't mention Shandy Basses.
Yeah. So basically, would let us feel like big lads, and we get our shandy basses. So every night, like Nan would have like a glass of wine, and Grandad liked to have a
whiskey.
He'd like to have a whiskey, and
so red wine.
Because we were like adults now. We go and get our shandy bass, 0.05%. Those shandy basses were great, by the way. They were so good, and we would sit there, and that would be like our little alcoholic beverage for the night while we were sitting up watching. And we used to watch like all the reruns, man. We used to watch those Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines. Oh, it was such a good film.
Rob, do you remember when all the electric went out in the caravan because I put the knife in the toaster to get the toast out, and Grandad went bananas?
Yeah, he did. He wasn't happy about that, was he? No,
and we lied and said, I don't know what happened.
No, I don't know what happened, man.
I should have got electrocuted because that was a complete metal knife.
Yeah,
and I stuck it in, and everything went out, but I didn't get electrocuted.
Yeah,
I don't know how. Lucky.
No, and then just there's another caravan holiday that you didn't mention. Was when we took Danny down to Devon.
Oh, how did I forget that?
We rented a caravan.
When Kelly nearly drowned him.
We went down to Devon, and I think it was Danny's first holiday actually with us. And
yeah, it was.
We couldn't have had him longer than a year at that time. And it was just so cool because like this, we were on this beach in it must have been, was it Devon or Cornwall? Anyway,
it was in Cornwall.
Right, it had this beautiful circular beach, like really massive, like sort of on the half turn, and it was just all beach, but it was all sand. But when we went, like the sea was so far out, this beach was massive, and Danny was just running around. He had this little it's not a surf, like a little paddle board that he had like attached to him, and he was running around with it. And we got some amazing pictures of him on the beach and like ice cream. And that was so cool because it was the first time that we'd ever taken as parents. It was the first time we'd gone away with Danny, and so that's a really special trip for us. And if I remember rightly, what else did we do there? I know that that place too also had really good nighttime entertainment, but the actual grounds were really beautiful. And so if you went out at the right time, just had a little walk around, it was just like really, like it was still, like in some caravan parks, they're very regimented and kind of like quite militant in the way that they're all arranged. This one had like, beautiful fields amongst it and like a little lake in there. Like it was just a really beautiful place. And Danny loved that. But then I suppose the experience that we're getting now is the experience that our grandparents got when they were watching us have fun. Probably a little bit different because we were older, but I get the pleasure now of watching Danny at the time, then Alea and Danny and Bo, and just watching them like do the kids entertainment, and they're dancing on the floor and that kind of stuff. And I think I took Danny, like Danny went to Segway, I went and did like a Segway class, like just really random classes that we would never have done, but technology allows that now. And it's so nice now watching it from the other side and being like, these kids are doing some cool stuff. Because, we had lovely caravan parks that we were going to, but there was no events. Like I said, it was more geared towards old people. And there was just like a clubhouse with a table in it. There was no events in our one. So like the events are incredible and the way the kids are looked after. But the whole package, isn't it? It's the whole package of a traditional British holiday. Fish and chips, seagulls, ice cream, caravan park.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
What about your experiences, Adam? I suppose you had to spend most of your time inside, didn't you, with all that sun?
Oh, mate, if it's over here, it'll be all right. No, but Yeah, but in fairness, I mean, like, a lot of the caravan holidays I went on when I was younger involved around my football team. So we would do like football tours. So there would be like say 15 families all going out to this caravan park. And as I mentioned off air, that the only way we could do that really was to exploit the Sun Holidays deal, which was the £9.50 holiday destination. So you collect your vouchers. I think you collected 8, and they had certain codes on it, and then it activated a code for you to go to this certain camp. So all the football team were all buying the Sun newspaper and collecting these vouchers. And then when we all got the right time, we all booked it at the same time. And I don't know how they done it for like £9.50 each for the holidays. Ridiculous. Obviously, you upgrade them, but they still do the Sun holidays now. Actually,
to be fair, Ed, with inflation, that £9.50 is probably worth about 500, 600 quid now, isn't
it? yeah, ain't that old, cheeky bastard. But it was just it was just amazing. Like we would go to Devon. I think we went to Barnstable, Bognor Regis, and we would contact a local football team there prior to us going, and we'd set up a friendly match. But we'd be there for like the long weekends where it was like a bank holiday. And we'd spend it there. But like they would, like I say, you just go into each other's caravans, and you'd have sleepovers. And I remember one holiday, I was sharing with good mates Bobby, who I still speak to, and David Angus, Bobby Reeve and David Angus, and there was a few others, and we always used to like pitch in. And he took his N64 with him, and that's when I fell in love with No Mercy, WWE No Mercy. And it was like,
it was legend, mate. TLC match.
So we would play like No Mercy in the caravan. We would have the sleepovers and stuff. But one game that doesn't get enough credit was Rugrats mini golf on the N64. we would play the mini golf, right? Honestly, and I was always Chucky, for obvious reasons. But then like it's just mental. Like the amount of times we played that, and we would have like proper like fisticuffs afterwards or pillow fights because someone got a hold in one when they shouldn't have. And yeah, there's things like that. And then we'll wake up in the morning and nick all their breakfast, like all the Cocoa Pops and stuff. But we would, because we was a football team, we would always like have a ball with us, and we'd always go to like a little play area designated. The barriers with the metal goals like painted red, and then you had the basketball hoop above it. So we'd always play like 5-a-sides with other kids and stuff there, and we'd absolutely annihilate them because we were so good. We were just like having like loads of competition between us. But then when it comes to night time, obviously like we'd go swimming and go down the water chutes and stuff like that. And you'd fancy your mate's sister or something, or they'll fancy you, and then you'd all like, you'd all mingle and stuff. But then on the evening, all the parents would go out and do the entertainment. They'd get like hammered and stuff, but then they would give us a few quid, and we'd always end up in the arcades, like the arcades, like the coin dozers, or doing the mechanical arm grab to try and get something out for the sweets and stuff, and then we'd go outside and play football even more. And it's just so many good memories. But the pranks on the caravan holidays were ridiculous. When you said about the roof, it literally just sprung back in me. We used to climb on top of the caravans, but we'd have packs of wafer thin ham, and we would lay them flat on top of the roof. So then in the morning, all the seagulls would come down. All you was like that, the flapping of the feet on top of the roof, and then they're pecking not to try and get the ham off. But because it's wafer thin, it just flaps back down. It's like vacuumed. Honestly, the amount of times like that would happen, it would just be hilarious because we'd just be waking that family up for like absolutely no reason. It's just brilliant. But more recently, like last year, myself and Kerry took Connie to Skegness, and we always been like, Kerry's like, what do we go to Skegness for? And I mean, let's give it a go. Let's see what it's like. I mean, it's a cheap holiday. We don't really know where we're going to go. It was either that or go to Yarmouth or go to I'm just trying to get the map up now where it was in Kent somewhere, not Whitstable. Hold on, I'm just trying to think. That place there, we've been there many a time with football team and stuff. But but yeah, I thought, well, let's go Skegness because where we live, it's easier to get up there.
Eastbourne.
Lincolnshire. No, it's not Eastbourne. It's not far from. Literally where South End is. You cross the estuary. No.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. You know,
Jaywick.
No.
I think my friend Anthony moved there when I was a kid.
No, not either Sheppey.
No, I think I know. Oh, I've got something to my tongue.
All Hallows.
Where?
All Hallows. All Hallows.
Okay. I wasn't going to say that.
That's where we'd go. And there would always look across it. It's like Sleepy Hollows. All Hallows. So we'd go there like as a football team, but then we'd look out on the beach and it's like I could see Southend Pier. We literally lived like up the road to Southend. Mental. But yeah, going back to Skegness, we was a bit tight for money, and we thought, oh, we ain't going abroad this year. Buddy, when he goes into doggy daycare, it could cost us about £300 for him to be looked after for the week anyway. It's almost like taking a kid away on holiday. But we thought we'd put him in daycare, go up there, and I was well shocked. I was well surprised. I could have easily go back to Skegness now. Easily, because I think they had a lot there for Connie's age. You know, that was really good. The beach was beautiful. I can't knock the beach. It's miles of sand, clear, golden, and it's a deep beach because the coast doesn't come in as often. And obviously the fish and chips are so different because it's northern. It's all beef dripping chips, or they'd have mushy peas and curry sauce on their chips and stuff. It's like. Yeah, I was well in the element.
Skegness north. I mean, it's north of us, but it's not quite.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's Lincolnshire, and then the next step is Hull, isn't it? Like of that era.
Because I've worked in Skegness. I've done some clinics in Skegness, so it's about a 4-hour drive, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I know it's tough, isn't it? It's like you've got Scunthorpe.
Anywhere further than the M25 is like.
Yeah, we're basically northern now.
there's someone up in Hartlepool going, "Oh, bugger off."
Yeah, no, you're chipped out moist. But we'd always get like the Nottingham families or Leicestershire families would always go over there, but honestly, like the fish and chips out there, beef dripping, like. Proper chips and the best chips I've ever had like up there. I'm not even joking. But what amazed me was that when Connie was napping then in her pram, we'd walk up and down the coast and there'd be these coffee stalls and ice cream stalls and stuff like that. I said to Kel, I'll do an ice cream. She goes, yeah, all right then. Go up there. I'm looking in the background. I go, what's that in the slushy machine? She went, it's alcohol slushies. You can get a pint of alcohol slushies for like £5. I was like, no, I can't. I said to Carol, they do alcohol slushies over there. She's like, well, you want one? I was like, well, if you're having one, I'll have one. So I went there. She had like a Malibu. Yes, she had like a Malibu and pink lemonade slush. And I had a Jaeger bomb slush.
Was it good?
It's unbelievable. I'm sitting there just slurping on this slush, going walking up and down Skegness like,
Jaeger bomb slush. Oh, no.
Jaeger bomb slush. Honestly, mate, it was the best thing I had on that holiday.
Yeah, but you got to remember,
it was great.
This is coming from the place where, or near the places where they made Mars bars in Batter and Snickers in Batters.
I had that when I went to Edinburgh.
Why don't you hear a bad word about it?
I had that in Edinburgh when I went recently.
Did you?
One of the best things in the world.
Washed it down, iron brew.
There used to be a place. There used to be a place on Barking Road that did it, didn't it, Cal?
Barking Road fish chip. Yeah.
Oh man,
there's a chippy in Braintree. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's coming like Smith and Jones or something like that. It's that's what it's called. They're doing chips with Nutella sauce on it.
Nah.
No, and I'm like,
you say that there's people who dip their chips in McDonald's milkshakes.
Yeah. Apparently, in Italy, apparently it's all the rage now. They'll get like their fries or their it's a bit of fries. So it's not chips like we have. They have fries and they put like chocolate sauce over it and put icing sugar over it. That's what they're eating in Rome.
When in Rome, but I won't be doing that, mate.
When in Rome, don't bring it to Braintree, mate. Honestly, it's a health problem anyway.
Speaking of Rome, shout out to the new Pope. I don't even know if the Pope's in Rome. Shout out to the new Pope.
No, the Pope is in the Vatican City, which is a
principality
within Rome.
That's it.
Vatican City is one of the smallest principalities in the world. No, it's not a country; it's a principality.
No, you can call it a country, though, can't you? Some people will.
San Marino is a country.
Country.
Vatican City is a principality within a country.
I don't think you can call it a country unless it has a football team. Does it have
Monaco, isn't it? I think they do, actually. No, I think they do. Yeah, I think so.
Class. That's a country, mate. If they have their own football team, it's a country.
It's a country. Mate, Ashley Town's got its own football team. It's a country. It's a different world, but I'm sure.
I mean, it's definitely a different world.
No, San Marino. I think San Marino are the smallest country. Them and Luxembourg, I think. But Monaco is a principality within France, isn't it? But that's not a country. So Vatican City is almost like the same ilk.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. We need to do a shout out to Braintree as well, who stayed up on the weekend in the last game of the season.
Yeah. And a shout out to Dagenham Ribbage who went down.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Dagenham.
Yeah. But also an extra shout out to Canvey Island, who just hired Peter Taylor as their manager.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, mental, right? We'll talk about this in the footballing podcast, but in terms of the Caravan side, I think talk about Canvey Island. I mean, they've got their own Pleasure Beach, haven't they? And that's where who's the artist? One that dresses up like a woman. His name now. He done the house in Essex, didn't he?
Ryland?
No. Oh, who's the Essex?
Dressed like a woman.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to Google this live now.
Saying that, I do think we should do a Caravan Holiday again. I would love to do it.
Yeah,
I'd be so up for that.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, I think we should look at doing it.
That mate, sorry.
I think we should look at doing a Caravan Holiday.
Oh, 100%. Grayson Perry, that's the artist. Grayson Perry, if you saw him, you know him. He goes to Canvey Island. But yeah, in terms of caravans, 100%. Connie loves it. Connie absolutely loves it. I think just the mini discos in itself, like she adores it. Like she likes going to. I'm trying to think who have the Seaside Squad. That's Haven. You can go to Haven. They do like the Seaside Squad thing, and she loves it. She's got all the toys, all the teddies, all like the inflatables and everything. And she does the dancing and stuff. And as she's getting older, she's getting more dancing about her. Like she was dancing to Chaz and Dave Rabbit the other day.
Was she?
Yeah, and she was singing. I'll send the videos on the group.
Yeah,
she was singing Sideboard song.
You're
my dear when the sideboard in it, mother's all about everything I'm trying to. And she's singing that. She knows every word. I'm like,
you're raising a proper little cockney, ain't you?
I know. I just hope she don't turn too cockney to be a Spurs fan.
Don't do
Can't deal with that.
They're losing, aren't they?
No.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But boys, thanks again for another episode. We'll shoot. If you want to follow us, please follow us on YouTube and Spotify and Twitter. On X at Dad's Ad Job Pod.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Instagram is Dad's Ad Job Pod as well. Please give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Please comment on our stuff on Spotify. It really helps our algorithm. And we'll see you on the next episode. Boys, always a pleasure. Never a chore. See you in episode 2.
Ta-da.